Yo, what's good? This is Freedom with Freedom Chasers, and I'm here to tell you that hope is killing your ability to take action. And when I say hope, I mean like barely any action involved, minimal effort, just throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it sticks. How many times have you hoped something would work out and it actually did? And when I say like hope, I mean like minimal effort involved, barely any action towards it, just throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it sticks. How many times have it worked out for you? You either took action, put in the max amount of effort that you could to get it done, right? The most likely option. You did all that you could. Or coincidentally, the cards literally just aligned for you, right? You, like I said, you were just blindly throwing darts at the wall and ended up hitting the bullseye. You got the jackpot. You won all the chips. It's what we would call luck. But before we go on and I continue explaining, I just want to let you know that I kind of clickbaited you, all right? It's for good reason, though, and I'm very sorry, but it's for good reason in the purpose of this video. I clickbaited you because I'm not just talking about hope. I'm not just talking about the rainbows or the group hugs or the wishing hands or any of the lovey dovey shit, right? I'm talking about something along the lines of these. I'm talking about anything that results in excessive daydreaming, fantasizing, and most importantly, idleness, right? What we like to call potential corn. So, as you can see, this is potential corn. And for obvious reasons, I can't say what this name is really supposed to signify, or else I get fucking demonetized. However, you can put two and two together. Potential corn is when instead of gooning, right, with a lotion and tissue, you're on your phone all day gooning about the person who you want to become, right? You're envisioning and making blueprints and having all the talks with yourself about who you want to become. You see exactly the person you want to be, the money you want to get, how you want to get it. You're on fucking TikTok all day liking and favoriting videos from TJR and Brez and Quan. You're thinking about the dream body you can get. When in all actuality, this is you. And you're putting in a big fat 0% on any actions to become the person that you envision yourself becoming. It becomes the active negligence of reality in which your energy is just directly going against reality, right? So let me illustrate this for you. Reality is going this way. These are the currents of reality. They're just flowing this way. And your energy is going directly against them and up into the netherland, right? You think everything is going slow, but everything is going against you. And this is not necessarily your fault, but it's your thinking's fault. That illustration that I just made was kind of ass. So I'm brought in some examples to hopefully get my point across more clear. Now, these are your hopes, right? These are your hopes. You send in an application for an internship or a job or whatever, hoping that they hire you. Cool. You hope that the girl you falling for is thinking about you as much as you thinking about her. You're up late night, you're fantasizing about her, you're waiting for her text message. This is you right here. Or you hope that bro gets on the game. You've been talking about it all day. GTA 5 just downloaded, nigga. Fortnite just dropped. You hope that bro gets on the game. Now, this is the reality of the situation while you're sitting there doing all this hoping and fantasizing. The company has already chosen their prospect. You've gotten denied. The girl that you have been dreaming about, she's not even remotely concerned with you. She's taking BBC applications elsewhere. You hope bro gets on the game. And this is worst of all. This nigga is literally gooning. He's asleep. It's 8 p.m. He said he was gonna get on at 3. All right. All right, enough trolling, right? Let's dial it back and let's conceptualize what I'm talking about in this video through what we learned in science class. Let's talk physics. So let's start off by going back to the fundamentals, right? We have kinetic energy, right? And that is the energy that an object possesses due to its motion, right here. Now, what does that mean? That means that this fidget spinner is obviously has no energy. However, I mean, it's moving because of the wind, but just imagine it stop moving. Okay, cooperate. Okay, now kinetic energy. Wow, science class. Now, potential energy. The stored energy an object or system possesses due to its position or state. It represents the capacity to do work. Now, keep in mind, like, pay close attention to that. It represents the capacity to do work, the willingness, right? Okay. Once again, potential energy, kinetic. Now, let's make another example. Let's say, because I'm sure you're probably wondering why this fucking black ball is here. I'll show you. Let's say that you literally are this black ball, right? This black ball is you and it's your consciousness. You're conscious. And your name is Bob. Bob the ball. And now you, Bob, you dream of being like all the other balls in your world, right? They grow up and they have one job once they grow up, and it is to excel at bouncing off of the wall, right? That is your entire goal. That is what you want to do. And you revolve around these two principles of kinetic energy and potential energy. Your life is physics. Okay, cool. Now, Bob, you cannot start bouncing off of these walls faster. And I mean, you want to go a wall and just fucking lose your mind. But you can't do that just staying the course and going here and moving slow. You're not going to stay there without launching yourself, right? Without taking this potential energy that you have, if only my fucking computer would cooperate, without taking this potential energy and then launching yourself, accumulating the momentum to become the greatest ball bouncer in the fucking world, you're not going to do that if you stay static, if you stay stagnant, right? So obviously, this is another shit example, but I'm just trying to put in reference to you that I'm not, when you hope, when you doom scroll, when you do all of these activities, you are just delaying what you already have the potential for. It is not for no reason that you have these thoughts, that you formulate such ideas in your brain, and that you're attracted to the things that you watch on social media. All right, so let's get away from the troll examples and let's get away from Bob the Ball. Let's think about how we can solve this issue within ourselves. Because at the end of the day, this is just a mental problem. It just requires a shift in mindset, a switch in behavior in order to change this problem. And it starts by first evaluating your hope to action ratio. This is essentially asking, how much hoping are you doing versus how much action are you taking, right? So, how much hoping, fantasizing, dreaming, daydreaming, how much of that are you doing, right? And how much action are you taking to achieve those aspirations, to achieve those goals that you are envisioning? When you see that person that you want to become, when you see that goal that you want to reach, anything that you hope for, how much actions are you taking, right? And if it's not that simple for you, then I want you to do something that's kind of cliche, right? Write it out, like, yeah, cliche, I know. Write it out. Who is the person that you want to be in 5 years, next month, whatever? Whatever that goal is, whatever that vision is, write that person out. Write what they've achieved, write what they're going to achieve. And then next, write what actions, what behaviors, what might they be like, right? What actions might they have taken to get to where they need to go? And obviously, you're gonna, when writing this down, it's more about gaining conviction. It's more about gaining conviction because it's, you already know what you need to be doing. Along with understanding what you need to be doing, you're gonna understand what you need to stop doing, right? And that's sitting there talking to yourself or daydreaming with friends on Discord about what could be, what you're going to do, what y'all are going to become and achieve, instead of sitting there and actually planning it and doing it, right? Along with that is overstudying. And most importantly, doom scrolling. Because it gets to a point when you're writing this out, when you're evaluating yourself and your actions, and you're evaluating also the people that you're watching or the people around you. Look at the people who's achieving what they want to do. Look at the people who you watch, the motivational videos, TJR Brez. you're going to get to the point where it's only one thing left to do. If you want to avoid being mediocre, if you want to avoid living every single life except the one that you dream of, and that is to take it's to take action. Like, I know it sounds simple and I know it sounds cliche. All of these actions right here, the talking with friends or talking to yourself and daydreaming about what could be and what is to come and not taking any action to do it, the overstudying, the doom scrolling and watching the motivational videos and watching other people live the life you live, living through them, those are all mechanisms. All of these actions right here, the Discord, talking with friends, talking to yourself, daydreaming about what is to come, and not taking any action towards it, the overstudying, the doom scrolling, these are all mechanisms created by fear, which are allowing the reality of the situation to close the door of opportunity upon you. These mechanisms of fear was created to do one thing and one thing only, and that's to stop you from doing the only thing that's left to do, which is to take action. These mechanisms of fear were created to stop you from doing the only thing that there is left to do, and that is take action. Experience is the best teacher, and the dissatisfaction that you're going to get from not getting the results that you want from just starting out one weekend, the repetition that you're going to get from getting 1% better each time and learning from your mistakes and creating something and saying, oh, I could have improved there. Oh, I can make that better next time. Oh, I should have said that, but next time that won't happen again. It's going to be like clockwork to you. That's how you have to improve. But see, it's like what we said earlier with potential corn, right? You sit here and you daydream and you fantasize about what could be, and it's fun for the moment, and you do it for however long, 15 minutes on lunch break or hours in your room. But then you have to get back and you ground yourself in reality, and it's over. And you get that post clarity and that high, that dopamine rush, you come crashing back down. And so then you say, hey, I need to take this action, but then you're scared to take this action. You're fearful because you understand that it's not going to be as easy. It's not going to go just as how you imagine it in your head, where every single box was hit off, where every single opportunity was perfectly aligned exactly how you envision it. No, that's not how it's going to work, because this is real life. And that doesn't mean that you can't achieve what you envision, but the slow dissatisfaction that you're going to get from not immediately achieving something is going to turn you. That's what's going to make you. That is going to make you achieve greatness. But you're scared to be frustrated at the slow fulfillment of your desires because it's not safe. It's not safe to go ahead and take the action. It's not as safe as it is to sit here and daydream because, yeah, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm safe to play the game, go home, go to school, get work. I get a little bit of money, but you can have more. You can have everything you want, but you know that it's going to be harder than you imagine. And for some reason, that discourages you. And I don't know what else to say but this. I don't know what else to tell you but to take action. I don't know what else to tell you but that this shit is going to be a grind and that it can't happen. I'm not one of these people who's going to say that it's going to take you 10 years or 5 years of 100,000 million hours. No, but I do know that at least in 1 year of unrivaled focus, every single day, instead of doing all of this shit, instead of the Discord, the overstudy, and the doom scrolling, hours of action, replacing all of the all of the hoping sessions with action sessions. I know for a fact that you will see a definite improvement in yourself. I understand that the slow fulfillment of your desires will turn you into the greatness that you envisioned yourself becoming. That's what I know. Don't let the reality of the situation close its doors of opportunity upon you because you are too attached to the safety you are regarding yourself in rather than taking action, rather than the danger and the uncomfortableness of doing something over and over and over again, the repetition of doing the same thing because you're already doing the same thing, but you're accustomed to it. So, with that being said, um, this is a relatively short video. I'm Freedom. It is 10:49. I'm tired of shit. Goodbye.